When I was just trying the therapy, I was just being there, but things didn't really change. And I was still having those suicide thoughts. And this may sound strange, and I think it happened with a lot of people, is when I was having suicide idea, I had a plan. I even had the letters written for my loved one. And I did 2 real attempts where I actually end up in the hospital. No one from my unit came to pick me up, came to, or called or anything. I stayed in the hospital alone. When I arrived back to my unit, no one was aware that I was at the hospital. No one told them. I even got asked by one of my superior, "Where the hell were you?" I was in so much pain, waking up from those nightmares. When you're in so much pain that it becomes physical, that you can feel here that I can't even say that it's emotional anymore. That you're in so much pain. People will call selfish, or weak. No, F you. It's not. We're not being selfish by doing that. I guess people do not understand when we are into that mental state. We are in so much pain that all we see, it's so much dark that we feel like we are a burden, not only to our loved one, but to the entire world. People leave you because they don't understand depression. And a lot, they will say, "Oh, if you still feel that way, call me." Well, I did. And guess what? They were never there. Do you know how much that hurts? Depression, it's so misunderstood. PTSD, it's so much misunderstood that we feel it is the only way, but it is not. And the weird way is when I arrive at work and I saw that no one knew. 90% of me just wanted to give up, to actually just give up. The other 10% of me, though, was so angry. And I wanted to fight, but for myself. Not for them, but for myself. I started to see me and who I was before, and I started to remember who I wanted to become. And that 10% became 15%. 15% became 18%. And that's when I started to get involved with my therapy. I was like, you know what? I won't let those bastards get me. I'm doing this for me. And that 18% get higher every time, every step. It was hurting because sometimes it was feeling like one step getting me 3 steps back. But that first step was making like a jump. And 20%, 30%, 50%, until that 90% was that 10%. It is hard. It is so hard. But you will have bump. You will go down, but it is a battle every single day. But I will never regret any of that battle, ever.